Imagine waking up one morning to find your city in ruins from an earthquake, or fleeing a wildfire that's swallowing everything in its path. The stats are sobering. Every year, natural disasters claim around 60,000 lives globally. As per the Global Change Data Lab, it feels like Mother Nature is constantly sending us warnings that this planet might not be our forever home just yet. We've seen some of humanity's darkest moments come and go. Wars, genocides, oppressive regimes. But it seems we haven't quite learned to live in harmony with the Earth or each other in the 21st century. Is it too late for a change? Get ready for the cosmic adventure of a lifetime. You're invited to be part of an extraordinary mission, joining the crew of Riddle Voyager, a next-gen spaceship that's about to revolutionize space travel. Alongside the world's leading scientists, we'll chart a course towards discovering the perfect exoplanet, our potential new home. Buckle up for the thrilling ride as we rank and explore the most promising celestial bodies, unravel their secrets, and uncover which one could sustain life. And that's not all. We'll venture into unknown galaxies to find out if we're alone in this universe or if there are other living organisms waiting to be discovered. But here's the catch: our top picks for new homes might not be as straightforward as they seem. Those promising exoplanets could have hidden dangers lurking beneath their perfect surface. And just how far away are these habitable worlds, anyway? But what if I told you there's a way to bring a piece of space into your home right now? Introducing the MOVA globes, breathtakingly realistic, rotating models that'll transport you to distant worlds. With over 40 stunning designs featuring NASA-approved high-quality imagery, you can own and explore your favorite planets, moons, and asteroids without ever leaving Earth. And here's where things get seriously cool. These aren't just any ordinary globes. The MOVA magic happens because they're powered by our amazing Earth itself. That's right, these incredible models harness the planet's magnetic field to keep on spinning. No batteries or cords needed. It's like having a tiny slice of space tech in your own home with zero environmental impact, just pure, mesmerizing wonder. And the best part, even the dimmest light will get them going. So grab that MOVA globe and bask in the hypnotic beauty of our cosmos. Now that you've learned about this futuristic technology, don't wait, elevate your space knowledge and take home a MOVA globe. To unlock your exclusive 10% discount, head over to MOVA Globes. Come and use the promo code BIGEXPLAINER10 at checkout. All the details are right in our video description. Now, let's blast off into the fascinating world of exoplanets. But first, what characteristics should our dream planet possess? NASA's Habitability Index is about to become your new best friend in space exploration. This super useful tool rates planets from 0 to 1. Anything over 0.8 is basically Earth's twin. And trust us, you want that kind of doppelganger in the universe. Let's take a peek at Mars and Venus. They scored 0.64 and 0.78 respectively. Not bad, but we're aiming for an exoplanet that truly knocks our socks off. Something with that golden ticket of a habitability index well above 0.8. You know what they say, don't just take anyone's word for it. That's why we're blasting off to investigate Kepler 452b, the top pick in the life-friendly exoplanet category, according to our cosmic scientists. This superstar is dubbed Earth's close cousin, coming in 60% larger in diameter. Talk about a spacious pad. NASA insiders think Kepler's surface might just be rocking some liquid water and a solid, rocky terrain. But hold on to your seatbelts, there's more. Its orbit is only 5% longer than Earth's, meaning a year on Kepler 452b lasts an impressive 385 days. That's just a hair over a year of enjoying the same stunning view every day. Now imagine waking up every morning to almost identical seasons as we have on Earth. It's like having a little slice of home in space. The longer duration would be perfect for growing grain crops and sustaining our first settlers with a reliable food source. But just like when moving into any new neighborhood, we need to think about safety and security. Kepler 452b might check all the right boxes, but there's one major catch: its star is 20% brighter and 10% larger than our sun. That means our colonizers would be getting a serious dose of extra ultraviolet radiation, something we'd need to protect against before making this incredible exoplanet our new home. Despite that challenge, Kepler 452b still seems tailor-made for us in almost every way. What an exciting start to our intergalactic house hunt. We're off to a fantastic beginning with the incredible Kepler 452b, but remember, the universe has many surprises in store for us. Although it's currently topping our list of dream homes, there's still so much more to learn about this cosmic abode. The big question is, what kind of surface would we actually find on Kepler 452b? The truth is, we're only 60% sure it's rocky ill, which means there's a scary 40% chance it could be hiding a deadly secret, like being a gas giant. Can you imagine trying to set up camp on a planet made mostly of air? It'd be an almost impossible mission. So, as amazing as Kepler 452b seems, we can't ignore this crucial detail. Time to dust off our list and reassess. It looks like this perfect planet might not be so flawless after all. Let's get real for a second. Even if we do score an Earth-like touchdown on Kepler 452b, we're not out of the woods just yet. Our research suggests that this planet could pack a serious gravitational punch thanks to its whopping mass. That means super strong tugs on everything from trees to buildings and even you. Talk about a heavy weight to carry around. But what's more concerning is how that intense gravity might impact the atmosphere, potentially creating a runaway greenhouse effect that'd make our home planet Venus look like a winter wonderland in comparison. And here's another twist. Kepler 452b star is actually a seasoned veteran, far older than our Sun, which means it's been blasting this exoplanet with extra heat for eons. The result, any water that might have once flowed on Kepler 452b could have already vanished into thin air, or rather into space. Fasten your seatbelts, our Kepler 452b landing might be more of a Venusian crash landing instead. But let's not jump to conclusions just yet. According to our current data, if Kepler 452b is a rocky planet without an atmosphere, it could be chilling at around 2 degrees Celsius. If it does have air though, the temperature might actually be pretty cozy. Think Earth-like, around 30 degrees Celsius. However, here's the thing: most of what we know about this mysterious exoplanet is just educated guessing. And why is that? Well, it all comes down to its mind-boggling distance from our home planet, so vast that even with our most powerful telescopes, we can't get a super clear look at Kepler 452b. It's like trying to spot a tiny grain of sand on the beach from miles away. Kepler, our Star Hunter telescope, is a whopping 1,400 light-years away from us. That's like being in the next town over in cosmic terms. Now, among all these distant worlds we've discovered, Kepler 452b stands out as one of the most mysterious and far-off potentially habitable planets. But here's the thing: with such an enormous distance between us, it's actually at the bottom of our list for now. It's like trying to find a needle in a haystack, or rather, a planet in the vast universe. Let's focus on uncovering some new secrets closer to home, and get ready to explore more nearby worlds that might just hold the key to understanding life beyond Earth. Hold up, are we really limited by what makes Earth habitable? What if the universe has some amazing surprises in store for us? Think about it. With over 5,000 exoplanets discovered so far, many of them orbiting stars just like our own, scientists have a treasure trove to explore. Now, let's dive into what makes these planets tick. You see, there's this sweet spot called the habitable zone, where conditions are just right for life as we know it. Not too hot, not too cold, but just perfect. That's why our data is leading us straight to the constellation of Draco. We've got a G-class star similar to our Sun on our radar, and who knows what incredible discoveries await us in this uncharted corner of space. Just as we're about to call it quits, our instruments pick up something strange: a faint red glow and the faintest hints of an alien world. We've been searching for what makes Earth habitable, but maybe that was too narrow-minded. Maybe this mysterious object, Trestubi, is telling us there's more to life in the universe than we thought. This gas giant is massive, even bigger than Jupiter, so it's definitely not your average celestial body. And we've got a whole lot of questions about what makes it glow like that. Is Trestubi the key to unlocking secrets we never knew existed? We can't believe we missed this dark horse in our initial scans. But what makes Trestubi stand out is its super low reflectivity. Think of it this way: Trestubi reflects less light than a mixture of black acrylic paint and soot, making it the darkest planet we've ever encountered. You'd expect a gas giant orbiting close to its star to be blazing bright, but not Trestubi. Its dim appearance leaves us scratching our heads. What's behind this extraordinary darkness? Could there be something in Trestubi's atmosphere that's absorbing all the light around it, or maybe some other cosmic phenomenon at play here? You'd expect a planet as close to its scorching hot star as Trestubi to be bathing in an intense glow. But there's more to this story than meets the eye. Scientists David Kipping and David Spiegel suggest that it's actually the chemical makeup of Tresjube's atmosphere that's absorbing all that light, with sodium, potassium, and titanium oxide being the main culprits. But that's not even its biggest issue. A major problem for any potential life on Tresjube is that it's tidally locked, meaning one side perpetually faces the star while the other side is plunged into freezing darkness. This extreme temperature difference would create some seriously hostile living conditions. Imagine having one side of your planet that's stuck in an eternal sunrise and another in perpetual nighttime. The only place you'd find any sort of livable conditions would be a super thin band in between, often called the Twilight Zone. But don't get too excited about calling Tresjube home just yet. This exoplanet is basically a furnace on one side, with temperatures reaching an insane 980 degrees Celsius, hot enough to melt even the toughest metals. As for the other side, it's a deep freeze nightmare, with total darkness that would make survival a serious challenge. And let's not forget, this planet is a gas giant, making any human settlement ideas purely theoretical. Not exactly the perfect place for our next intergalactic vacation spot. So, Tresjube's out of the running for our dream home in space. It's just too scorching hot. And remember that Riddle Voyager's hull we've been talking about. Yeah, no thanks to Tresjube, it would be toast. But don't worry, we're not done exploring yet. After a sweltering heat wave, some refreshing cool air sounds amazing. Who knows, maybe our next discovery will give us just that. As we travel 39 light years from home, we stumble upon a totally different scene. We've found ourselves in the TRAPPIST-1 system, orbiting around a small star, and guess what? It's got not one, not two, but seven planets. Space never fails to surprise us, so let's see what other secrets this cosmic neighborhood holds. Now, let's dive into the fascinating world of TRAPPIST-1. This tiny dwarf star is a real lightweight. It's got only 9% of our sun's mass and a radius that's just 12% bigger than Earth's. Scientists have been digging into this system, and what they found out is pretty cool. The conditions around TRAPPIST-1 are similar to those on Venus. Super hot and dry, meaning any water on the surface should have evaporated a long time ago. But here's where it gets interesting. One of these planets might be an exception. I'm talking about TRAPPIST-1, which could have managed to hold on to its water, making it a real standout in this system. Meet Andrew Linkowski, a star student at the University of Virginia who thinks he might have stumbled upon something huge. He believes that TRAPPIST-1 could be one massive ocean world, completely covered in water just like our home planet. But here's the catch, its climate would be eerily similar to Earth's if it weren't for a tiny problems. This dwarf star is blasting the exoplanet with super strong UV radiation. If the worst didn't happen and TRAPPIST-1 kept all its H2O, we might need some fancy space gear, like oxygen masks, just to take a deep breath there. Unfortunately, we don't have the exact data on this planet's atmosphere from Kepler or Spitzer telescopes, so for now, let's keep it in fourth place and see how our investigation unfolds. You thought we'd be searching for life anywhere, no matter how weird it looked, but it seems our instincts were wrong. It turns out, Earth might be the perfect one-size-fits-all recipe for life as we know it. But before we get too comfortable with that idea, let's take a gander at these two cosmic lookalikes, a planet and its moon. They're almost identical to our own dynamic duo. But what if I told you this isn't just any moon? Imagine the sun rising over the horizon on a world where instead of Earth's gentle moonlight, you're greeted by a fiery, blood-red glow that stretches as far as the eye can see. Hey space fans, buckle up and let's blast off to explore an epic duo. Kepler-36c and its massive moon, Kepler-36b, hanging out 1,530 light-years away in the stunning Cygnus constellation. Check this out, Kepler-36b is a giant, coming in at about 1.5 times our Earth's size. But here's the mind-blowing part. It packs on the mass of not just one or two, but 4 entire planets like ours. You won't believe the speedster we've got here. Kepler-36b zooms around its star in just 14 Earth days. Talk about fast-paced action in space. Meanwhile, its neighbor Kepler-36c is no slouch either. This planet tips the scales at a whopping 8 times our Earth's weight and orbits its sun every 16 days. Now, let's put their distance into perspective. These two Keplers are a relatively close-knit duo, about 2 million kilometers apart. That's less than 1/20th of Earth's average distance from Venus. The cosmic enigma of Kepler-36b and c continues. How did these drastically different planets end up living so close together? Theories abound, and scientists propose that our speedy Kepler-36b might have started life as a gas giant. Over time, it's believed to have lost its gaseous outer layers, leaving behind a solid core. This dramatic transformation could be why we see this planet today. But here's another twist: every 97 days, these exoplanet sisters make their closest approach. Talk about a space dance. But hold on tight. When these sisters swing by each other, their gravitational dance unleashes earth-shattering quakes and volcanic eruptions across both worlds. And let's not forget they're orbiting so close to their star that temperatures soar out of control. No chance for a cool evening stroll. If we somehow manage to land on either Kepler-36c or b, our spacecraft would be reduced to space dust in an instant. With all these extreme conditions, it looks like these planets are not exactly home sweet homes. Time to keep searching for our next intergalactic haven. Next stop, we've got 2 more potential homes to scope out, and one that might already have some very curious residents. Could these extraterrestrials roll out the intergalactic red carpet at a whopping 22 light-years away? Let's check in on Gliese 667c. This superplanet packs nearly 4 times Earth's mass, making it a real giant. But here's the catch: we're still missing crucial details about its parameters because our data is a bit fuzzy. Guess you could say scientists are eager to get a clearer picture of this mysterious world and uncover its secrets. But what does being a superplanet really mean for Gliese? Well, its massive size would mean objects on this world are feeling the weight, literally. With an even stronger gravitational pull than Earth, things could get pretty intense. Now let's talk orbit. It takes Gliese just 28 days to complete one loop around its star. Imagine celebrating New Year's 13 times in that kind of short span. It'd be a party on steroids. But here's the extreme side effect of being so close to the star. It's always shining bright on one side and pitch black on the other, resulting in an intense temperature divide between day and night. That drastic difference, it would have a huge impact on Gliese's climate, making it a truly alien world. Now, you'd think with temperatures swinging from 27 to 27 degrees Celsius, life would be tough on Gliese. But surprisingly, scientists believe it's still possible for liquid water to exist here, a crucial ingredient for life as we know it. So why isn't it considered an Earth twin, despite being in the habitable zone? Well, it's because conditions on this alien world are super extreme. Imagine having only 28 days of seasons, with one side perpetually bathed in sunlight and the other stuck in darkness. Any living organisms would also have to deal with some intense challenges: wildly fluctuating light levels, crushing atmospheric pressure, and potentially devastating solar flares. But we Earthlings know that life finds ways to thrive even in the most extreme environments, from scorching deserts to icy tundras, and even deep-sea trenches. You're talking about the ultimate survival champions, tiny tardigrades, also known as water bears. These microscopic marvels are only 1.5 millimeters long, but can thrive in some of Earth's most extreme environments: scorching hot springs, icy ocean depths, and even on the summits of the Himalayas. But what's truly mind-blowing is their ability to withstand just about anything: temperatures that would freeze or melt steels. 273 to plus 150 degrees Celsius. No water for an eternity, and not even a hint of mercy from high radiation and UV light. These tiny titans are living proof that life on Earth can adapt and survive in the most unlikely places. The tardigrades' cosmic credentials are sealed. They've even made it back to Earth alive after blasting off into low orbit. This means these tiny superheroes can handle the harsh conditions of space, making them the ultimate intergalactic survival pros. Now that we know tardigrades could thrive on exoplanets like Gliese, you might wonder if humans could join them. But here's the catch. One major obstacle on a planet like Gliese would be the intense ultraviolet radiation. It's up to 70 times stronger than what we experience on our own planet. UV radiation from Gliese is like a double-edged sword. While it's too intense for humans, this exoplanet still has some awesome features that make it an attractive potential home. Its comfortable temperature, close proximity to its star, and the presence of water and a thick atmosphere are major pluses. For now, Gliese takes top spot in our quest for the perfect new planet. But just as we thought we had our eyes on the prize, new contender Wolf Ton 69b bursts onto the scene. Discovered in 2022 by German scientists at the Max Planck Institute of Astronomy. Can this newcomer steal the spotlight and take over first place? So what's the magic that makes Gliese stand out? It's all about its proximity to its star. Believe it or not, having a planet as close to its sun as we are to ours would be scorching hot. But here's the twist: this exoplanet's local star is much smaller and less fiery than our sun. As a result, Gliese only gets about 65% of the energy from its star that we do from our own. Just enough to keep things cozy, not a sizzling nightmare. But wait, you might be thinking, 65% of our sun's energy sounds like a recipe for a chilly planet. Not quite. It turns out that's just enough to keep things pleasant. Computer models indicate Gliese could have pretty moderate temperatures, plus an atmosphere similar to ours. Oh, not bad. Right, now let's dive into some more interesting details. One weird thing about this exoplanet is that only one side of the planet gets any direct heat and light from its star. So, it'd be like having a worldwide eternal day on one side and eternal night on the other. Talk about a seriously split lifestyle. So, you're thinking of moving to Gliese's border zone Dowel, where day and night meet in an eternal dance. Well, that sounds pretty appealing. But hold up, there's a catch. Harvard astronomer A.V. Loeb has some insider info on how planetary atmospheres get rocked by their stars' strong solar winds and ultraviolet flares. And if the atmosphere is super thin, forget about liquid water, it'll just evaporate into thin air, like what happened to poor Mars. So, despite being a pretty solid candidate, Gliese 660 7cc still has some major hurdles to overcome before we can start calling it home sweet home. But wait, before you pack your bags for Gliese 660 7cc, let's get real about its prospects. This planet is like a mystery box. We just don't know enough about how it interacts with its star or what kind of atmosphere it has. That's way too uncertain for a colonization plan. So who stole the show instead? Let's take a look at our exoplanet leaderboard. Wolfton 69b takes home the bronze, and the silver goes to Kepler 452b. But which one snagged that coveted top spot? Stay tuned to find out. And the winner is Gliese 660 7cc. This exoplanet has our top spot locked in for being the most life-friendly out there. But before we start planning that intergalactic getaway, let's get grounded, literally. No matter where our cosmic dreams take us, we'll always be visitors on someone else's turf. Even our top pick Gliese 660 7cc isn't all sunshine and rainbows. Get ready for some serious challenges. Extreme UV radiation might mean building underground cities. And don't even get me started on the gravitational pull. You'll feel like you're on a space weightlifting program with an extra 50% heft. But here's the thing, if you're 75 kg on Earth, get ready to tip the scales at a whopping 120 kg on Gliese 660 7cc. That's right, you'd need some serious exoskeleton gear just to move around freely. And hold onto your space hat, because the star in this system is also a magnet for drama, literally. As a red dwarf, it's got intense magnetic activity brewing, with spots that can dim its light by up to 40% for months on end. Imagine going from a bright, sunny day to a gloomy 60% lit night. It'd be tough for us humans, and even tougher for other organisms trying to thrive in this unpredictable environment. The bottom line is, right now, Earth is the only place in the universe where humans can live safely without needing a spacesuit upgrade. And here's the wild part. Life on our very own planet has been thriving for an astonishing 3.5 billion years. It's weathered icy winters, asteroid attacks, and even devastating radiation blasts. Talk about resilient. So instead of searching for other planets to call home, maybe it's time to turn our attention